lights out all the camera shots and generally make sure the director stays on the straight and narrow. With all this going on, you can imagine that the tensions can get unbearable. But before this, everything used to be live, and between you and me, we made some mistakes. One of my favourites happened at Old Trafford a few years ago. Have we got any Man United supporters?
Listen, the ship was about to sail in about 30 seconds. It's blustery out there. I can see everybody's hair blowing in the wind. Hope nobody's got a toupee or a wig on. On TV. Now, if you really want to think you're on the sea, I think we could rock backwards and forwards a bit. Shiver me timbers and all that. Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, I mean, you know, a bit of elbow grease. Bounce. Bounce up, down, on the back. Jump up and up. No, better not ask that poor lady, she might do a silver. As you can see, it does take many years to master this profession. Young trainees come to us as qualified hairdressers. A big chance. It's just to make up an extra standing on the back row wearing a balaclava. Not really very exciting. 100,000 tissues, 20,000 powder puffs, 90 pounds of cotton wool and 50 gallons of cleansing with a young Lowry maturing into the ageing painter. That's right, darling, yeah. Yes, I know he's ugly man, isn't he? And the second row, these are pictures. Granada over the past 5 years to produce 28 adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Holmes was created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle over 100 years ago, but his popularity has never waned, and Sherlock Holmes signed film.
Hey, here we go, let's just pop this down. Oh my goodness. I thought you said a few visitors. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. I thought you said a few visitors. I am Mrs. Hudson, landlady to Mr. Sherlock Holmes and his colleague Dr. Watson. His room, incidentally, is a
chroma key that you saw earlier to produce our children's serial, Return of the Antelope, which is Gulliver's Travels in reverse. Mus has left any of his mince pie. I'll ask you to join me over there in just a few moments.
The turn of the century. Since we built this set in 1983, it has become invaluable. Although used primarily for the Sherlock Holmes series, it has been used for a wide range of other programmes. Clever dressing by set designers, alongside number 221B, the home of the legendary detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Behind the 3 windows on the middle floor. The construction method used on this set. Now if you look ahead, you'll see the little road which is the approaching facade of the Berlin Wall. We must now pass through checkpoint Charlie before continuing our journey. I would warn you in advance that 1 or 2 of these German border guards do take their job a little too seriously at times. I took a party down this morning and I lost 4 passengers in our 6. So please try not to provoke them. Keep your cameras to one side and hopefully they won't be confiscated. So good luck. Before we almost begins.
You can vouch for these people? Yeah? Anyone? Your papers, please, sir. Your papers, please. Kind of happy? You have no papers. No papers? Could you stand up, please?
It's all enough in here.
So here, please. Hands up, please, sir. Hands up.
Hands off. Mine's black and sea.
Hands up, please, sir.
It's black and sea.
Okay.
It's spoken.
Your seat, please. No filming, please. This one appears to be out of date. He's happy. Okay. Hold on.
Thank you very much.
You cannot let any Tom, Dick or Harry, as the English say, through to the border. The rest of you, what are you laughing at? You are obviously not taking this very seriously. I want you all to stand up. Stand up! Now! Find your head and put your hands on your head. If you're not careful, we will have that confiscated.
He said that this passenger was recently consumed the game's every match. And used spectrology to be translated from the auto. I'm sure when you watch this later this year, you'll be reminded of your time spent with us here today. And that's a chance to wander down the Coronation Street. The real one.
They'll be taken into the graffiti club and they can actually watch the film in there. Do you know where everyone lives? No?
And all of this was redesigned in 1968. They all came from Greece then.
Back here, yeah. Good.